Hi there, and welcome back to the channel again. Thanks for tuning in for this segment. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about circuit breakers, how you can identify if it's tripped, how to reset it, and then also if you don't have a label inside the breaker, what you can do to kind of locate that outlet. Maybe it was damaged or something. So, let's get right into it. So, we'll go ahead and open up the panel. And immediately you can see all the breakers right here. And they're all inward, so they are all in the on position. Um, and so then to the left of this, as you can see, we have our label, which makes it a little bit easier to identify which breaker goes to which part of the house. This one says sub panel B, so this means this is the second panel within the house. So there is another panel in the garage, and that one goes out to the outdoor panel just as this sub panel B. The feeder line goes from inside the house outside to the main breaker where the meter is located. So then it identifies the left side of the breakers, like this side right here. This is the left. So it's odd. So it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on. So then, like this one right here, this breaker from here, it's saying small appliance outlet. So that's going to be like your little oven that you might have, the small little tabletop oven. Then this is family room den lights, kitchen lights, dining room lights, buffet lights, outside GFCI, dishwasher, and so on. So again, that makes it really easy for you to determine which one goes to where. If for some reason you don't have this, it would be great to have. One of the things to do would be is to go in series. So what I would do is you would start on the top, turn the power off, turn the power back on. So turn the power off, does it turn off the lights or turn off that device that's in the room? And then you would just kind of go down all the way down in series from the top all the way down until you find the one you're looking for. Um, so what we're going to do in this case is we're going to see how would you know if it was tripped, and if it was, how would you know? By looking at the breaker. So one way is by feel. So these are all in the same position. So these are all in the on position. If it was tripped, it would be in the middle between the off. I'm sorry, between the on and the off. It would be in the middle. So then if you put your finger down like this, you would kind of feel it bump. And then it's like, oh wait, you feel the bump, then you know that that would be the one. So I have a few breakers here, and I'll be able to demonstrate that. So let me show you in just a moment. All right, here. So here are four breakers, and if I rub my hand down this way, it's smooth, and then I have a bump out. So this is the one that's tripped, and then if I go down, and then this one's on. So I'm gonna say 1 is on, 2 is tripped, 3 and 4 are on position. So for the one that's tripped, all you have to do is put it in the off position, and then you reset it by pushing the on. So then now if I put my fingers that way, then now they're all smooth. So then I know I reset it. So if it tripped, sometimes they can be a little finicky. On the breaker we have on here, it has the arc fault circuit interrupter. And so on occasion, those do trip. So on occasion, these guys are the arc fault circuit interrupter, and sometimes these do trip. They're just a little more sensitive than the normal ones. Um, so definitely like this one, right? Which one's the refrigerator? This one, this one's the refrigerator right here. And so, since it's a refrigerator, I'm not gonna have one of these guys, because if this was to trip and I'm unaware of it, because I don't open the fridge all the time, I wouldn't know about it. So that's why I have a regular breaker in the box. But these other ones are for like the vent, the dishwasher, and other things. But definitely for the refrigerator, I want to make sure that it's not gonna accidentally trip while we're maybe we're out on vacation. If that was the trip because it was so sensitive, then everything would spoil by the time we get back. And again, these are newer than these guys here. These have been around forever. These are the ones that are recently new products that people are using now when the electricians are installing panels like this. So again, now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about um, how can you find out if you do not have your sub panel label. So let's say there's an outlet that you need to repair because maybe the outlet is cracked and you need to find out where it is on the panel here. So I'm going to pause it for a second and I'm going to demonstrate. Okay, so what I have here is I have a radio on, and the reason I have the radio on is because, again, in this example, we're going to say we don't have the label. And so if this radio, I'm saying, let's say the outlet's in another room, I would have the radio on pretty loud so I could hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off some breakers to demonstrate what I would do. So normally I would just go up in a series all the way up. So I'm just going to skip some that I know that are not going to damage any electronics. So didn't turn it off so because it's still on. And then this one, no, it's not doing anything. So then let's say I go through all of them and then I'm going to hit this one. It turned off the radio, so I know that's the outlet. So I'll turn it on again just to confirm. And it played. So then I would turn it back off. And then I know that it's safe to work on it. So then I would just put something on here, a piece of paper saying, um, leave breaker off or something to that effect because you don't want to get shocked. You can get shocked and potentially hurt yourself. Again, that's if you know how to do it. If not, then call an electrician so they can take care of that for you. But we've identified what the outlet belongs to, which breaker belongs to that outlet, so that we can label it. So if we were to do this, we could do this basically for every room in the house. Um, you could have a radio in a room. You could have a light. If I had a light in the bedroom, I would connect it to the outlet and have an extension cord so I could see the light in the hallway. And then I can put another lamp uh, in the hallway for a different room. And I can say, okay, this breaker turned off that section of the room. So then now I can plug that lamp or radio into those other outlets. I guess I can confirm that this breaker for bedroom number 2, it does turn off all the outlets, or it only turns off half the outlets, and then I know, okay, so that takes care of half of the room. Then the other half is the ceiling fan and what have you. So that's one way to do it. So then we'll say that we completed it, and then I could turn it back on, and then my radio's gonna come back on because I still have it all connected. All right, so I just turned it off. So again, if your breaker trips, you want to reset it. But if it continues to trip, the best thing to do is to call an electrician or someone that is certified that knows how to diagnose it because potentially you could injure yourself, your house could burn, or you could hurt someone else. So it's very important that someone skilled and knowledgeable knows how to work on electricity or diagnose it for you. But again, that was just kind of what we wanted to go through is show you how you can identify if it's tripped, what you need to do to reset it, and then also if you needed to work on an outlet, let's say like what we just did here, just put a radio if you don't have the label. And also having the radio connected to it, that also lets you know that it's off because the radio's not going on anymore. So again, I thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and then we'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Bye bye.